Hey guys, Joe from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, March 1st, 2013. Today's video is going to be a video about how to sell on eBay successfully. Because I've made a video like this about a year or two ago. And don't you know, the other night I was on eBay, I was looking to buy some items. And I come across an item that looked good. Good price, good deal. I'd click on it, and the item was totally listed incorrectly, and it was actually deceptive. Now, I'm not saying that the seller was trying to be deceptive, but in many cases, I would see a picture of 4 items. It would lead me to believe I'm getting all 4, but yet the auction's for only 1. And in addition, I found so many other glaring violations that I decided to make a video about how to sell successfully on eBay in 2013. It's meant to give you guys a few tips that, in case you didn't know them, we'll rehash them, and hopefully you'll be more successful in selling and everybody will be more successful on eBay. And yeah, before we do that, I would like to show you an item I picked up. Kind of unusual but neat. Just hold on. I picked up this rare Joe Camel windbreaker. You don't see these around, okay? They're not allowed to sell this kind of stuff anymore. Alright? So I just got that recently in a recent pickup, and that'll be going on the auction block in the near future. But let's start talking about eBay. How to sell successfully, and everything I'm going to show you now is something that I myself do. Alright? First we'll start out with things you should do, and then later on we'll talk about things you should never do, which I would never do either. First thing I suggest to everybody selling on eBay should offer free shipping. Let's discuss that. eBay actually gives you an incentive to offer free shipping. Everybody that offers free shipping gets an automatic 5 stars on their DSR console. In addition, everybody that offers free shipping gets that cool little decal in orange that says free shipping. Also, eBay says that it augments their search results and puts them toward the top when someone does a search for that particular item. If that's the case or not, I can't swear to it, but that's what they say. In addition, people love to get an item when there's free shipping. Now, the other night when I was online, I came across several items that were listed really cheap, like $10, $20. I'm like, yeah, I'm buying it. I click on the item, and the shipping is totally outrageous, like 40 or 50 bucks. Guys, I know what shipping should cost, and it shouldn't be 40 or 50 bucks for a freaking cap. That is deception. And I don't know if the people are doing it because they think they're getting over, or because they really don't understand how eBay works. So what I'm saying is, let's say you have an item that you want $20 for, and you know it costs $15 to ship it. List it for $35. Free shipping. You get the 5-star DSR rating. The buyer thinks he's getting a good deal because it's free shipping. Your search is upped in the eBay search ranking. And it also puts you on the way to being a top-rated seller, in which case you'll get the 20% fee discount at the end of the month, like old Joey does. Okay? Right? In addition to free shipping, we're still on the shipping. 1-day shipping. What that means is if a buyer pays you for the item today, you ship it out within 1 day. Again, what's the positive of that? It puts you on track to being a top-rated seller and getting your 20% discount at the end of the month. I do it. I offer 1-day shipping on all my items. I do not mind doing it. People want their item. Sorry, just kicked the tripod. People want their item in a timely manner. And quite frankly, I don't blame them. Now, depending on what you're selling, if you're selling small items, like for instance me with the baseball cards, I always print my labels with PayPal, my USPS labels. Now I'll tell you why. I don't do that with UPS. I do that just with the post office with the cards. You can see them behind me. The reason for that is, number one, eBay will automatically upload the tracking number for you when you print your labels paying with PayPal. Number two, you get a significant discount. Any item shipped first class in a bubble mailer that's 3 ounces or less costs only $1.69 to ship with the post office. You would pay more over the counter in person. So I highly recommend that. As far as the UPS is concerned, I myself do not print the labels with UPS because I'm a volume seller. So I actually get a discount from UPS directly. I have my own account. And for those of you also who have your own account, always upload your tracking numbers immediately. This is for your benefit. This way a person can't say they didn't get the item if the tracking number is uploaded and they open a case with eBay or PayPal and they say item not received. Just say, sorry, the item was received. There's your tracking number. Very important. Another thing I started doing in the year 2012, which I thought I would never do, was offer 14-day returns on all items. Now a lot of you guys are groaning, oh God, crazy New York driver, you gotta be kidding. I don't want returns. Guys, I don't want returns either. But, keep this in mind. Number one, by offering this, that will put you right on track to being a top-rated seller and you'll get your 20% fee discount. Secondly, keep in mind, let's say you don't offer this. Let's say you don't care about the discount. And in this economy, I can't see how you could say that, but let's just say you don't care. If you sell an item to somebody and they're not happy with it, we all know eBay and PayPal always side with the buyer. Even if it's proved that you, the seller, are 100% correct. It happened to me many years ago. So guys, given that, it's a no-brainer. Offer 14-day returns. You'd be surprised how few people return an item. Now, I'm not talking about scammers. We'll talk about them later. I'm talking about legitimate people. Very few returns. Because keep in mind, the buyer has to pay for the return shipping. You're paying original shipping, plus the amount of the item. That's what you're giving back to them. I urge you not to opt in to the eBay managed returns process at this time. It is not correctly set up, and any fraudulent bidders who know their way around eBay can claim SNAD, significantly not as described, and they will, in that case, eBay will require you to pay return shipping. I urge you not to opt in to the eBay managed returns policy program at this time. Here's something I found to be very helpful. Open an eBay store. You don't have to go for that expensive grand store that's $300 a month. You don't need that. You can go with a basic $15.95 a month store if you want. It's very easy to list. And if you want to know the pricing for an eBay store, I like to list in the fixed price category. I find it very easy because the auctions run for 30 days, and if the item doesn't sell, they automatically renew. The listing fee with the basic store is 20 cents per listing. It's less if you go with one of the big stores. Another important thing, this is something I do, and a lot of you guys fight me on this, and that's your business. Do what you got. When a guy pays me right away, I always leave positive feedback. All right? Sure, he may not leave me positive feedback back, or he may break my chops. I agree. I totally agree. But that's going to happen either way, whether you leave them the positive or not. So I always like to leave positive feedback for my buyers right away as soon as they pay. On rare instances, I will not. You know, if the guy contacts me after the auction's over with some kind of a weird statement, like, what color was the item that I bid on? Or what size was it? You know, those are warning signs. In that case, and they're not often, but yeah, those are cases I worry about. Now, we've talked about this in many videos in the past. Your pictures. Post clear pictures of the actual item. The only time you don't need to post the actual is if you have, let's say, 100 brand new items of a certain thing. Okay? Then you only need to post one for reference. And the bidder can, okay, choose how many they want. Do they want to buy just one? Do they want to buy 2, 3, or 4? But it should be your picture. It should not be one of those black and white things that's imported from Amazon. I'm against that kind of thing. I see a lot of people doing that. There's a lot of people stealing other people's pictures. That's wrong too. That's against eBay rules. There were pictures, as I talked about months ago, where people upload from periodicals, copyrighted works like the Hollander magazine. Can't do it. It's not your item. Unless you have express permission from Hollander or the magazine, and even then it's really wrong because it's still not representative of what you're selling on eBay. So guys, with the pictures, clear pictures of the actual item. You'll notice eBay has a feature that you can mouse over the picture and it will zoom in automatically. But every now and then you'll come across an auction where that feature will not work. It's because the people are importing pictures from a source that is below eBay standards. I think that's with some smartphones, but I'm not sure. With the descriptions, something that's changed over the years. Early in eBay, they wanted you to write the Holy Bible. They wanted a description of the item from A to Z with everything. Now, with the proliferation of smartphones and things like that, they're asking for an accurate but short description. For instance, item is new or used, the item has scratches, blemishes in the paint, doesn't work, etc., etc. Accurate but short, because a lot of people are buying these items on their mobile phones. All right? I used to get tons of complaints about that over the years, where people would bid on my auctions and not read all the text because I had the Holy Bible going down there. Well, that's done. Now my auctions are all short and accurate, and there's no problem. Wording. This is something that started in the last year or so. And you guys in the sports memorabilia field, you guys will definitely agree with me on this. When you're describing an item, let's say a baseball card, because that's where I'm noticing this problem the most. Describe the condition of it. For instance, new, out of the box, corners are worn, etc., etc. Words not to use. Sick, disgusting, fat, sweet. I can't tell you how many card auctions I bought where they use that word, sick. That's the second most, disgusting. Now, these are words that a young teen would use. And I know a lot of young teens are selling these cards because I bought some from them. But their eBay accounts are all in good standing, and I have no problem with that. But my point is, you should really not use these words when describing a baseball card or any item on eBay, because it's not professional. I mean, you know, I just thought it was amusing that you guys would like to see these words. And how many of you guys have actually seen these words in descriptions of sports memorabilia? I'd like you to mention that below. Now, let's look at the opposite side. That basically is a rundown of some of the things I'm suggesting you do when you sell on eBay. But there are things you should never do. Okay, let's talk about them. Number one, right on top of the list, shill bidding. Shill bidding is against eBay rules, and it's probably against the law. And for the few people who don't know what it is, it's if you're selling an item and you list it for $5 and a guy comes along and bids, let's just say $6, and then you have a second account and you go ahead and up the bid in an effort to get the other man to up his bid, to inflate the price illegally. That is shill bidding. It's against the law. It's often easy to spot a shill bidder. Okay, I'll give you a real easy example of how to spot one. Let's say a guy has an item and he starts the bidding at $9.99. You bid. And let's say you're going to be AFK, away from the keyboard for a while, and you lodge a bid of $20 because you're going to work, you can't get online, whatever. All right. He now employs a shill bidder with very low feedback, and the guy bids 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's getting the price up there. Then eventually he gets to 21 and he's outbid you. And at that point, when he outbids you, he then recants his bid. He cancels his bid and says, bid wrong amount. That is a very dangerous sign. If any of you are ever selling an item and you have a bidder who recants his bid and says, as his excuse, entered wrong amount, you need to check his history, because that is somebody that's suspect. I ask you guys who have bought on eBay, in all your years bidding, have you ever entered the wrong amount? It's a highly suspect practice, and I urge you all to watch out for that. The shill bidder. He's on his way out. You're like the dinosaur. Here's another thing I really hate. I hate reserve auctions. I hated them the day I joined eBay in '99, and I hate them just as much today. There are people that will have a really hot item, a nice, expensive, seriously good item that's worth coin. Let's just say 500 bucks. And the guy will start the bidding at $1. How stupid is that? I mean, that's just really an imbecile. I can't even find the words to describe why somebody would do something like that. And 99% of the time, reserve auctions never meet the reserve because the person has an unrealistic expectation of what his item is worth, and deep down inside, he don't even want to sell it. If you have an item that you feel is worth $500, start the bidding at $500. In my opinion, I feel reserve auctions are deceptive. Anytime I click on an item and the price looks good, oh wow, 10 bucks. And I see those blue words, reserve auction, I click away. I do not bid on them. I find them deceptive. And if it was up to me, eBay would not even allow them. Here's another thing I've been hearing a lot about from you guys, though it doesn't happen to me often. Feedback extortion. Never threaten anybody. Never. Never threaten your seller, if you're a bidder, with feedback extortion. And an example is this. If you bid on something and win it, 50 bucks, and then you contact the guy and say, you better send that to me quickly or I'm going to neg you. That right there, you can't say that. You can't threaten people. You can say, would you please send it quickly because I really need it for the weekend? Or something like that. But don't threaten anybody, man. There's nothing to gain by feedback extortion. Another example would be, if you get an item and you're not satisfied, and you send the guy a personal message through eBay, I want a refund of $10 on this item or I'm going to neg you. Can't do it. Feedback extortion. Plus, it's just not nice. Don't do it. Okay? This is something I've never done, and hopefully none of you. Don't ever be a deadbeat bidder. If you bid on something and you win it, pay. Just pay for it. Remember, the seller is a person. He's got expenses. He's paying eBay fees. Okay? It's so aggravating to have deadbeat bidders. I used to have them like crazy before I took PayPal. I don't have any more deadbeat bidders. Please, guys, honor all your bids. I've been on eBay since '99. I have never welched on a deal yet. I've never had an unpaid item strike in my career. I'm not bragging. I'm no one special. I'm just obeying eBay rules. All right? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. You're on their turf. You're playing their game. Obey the rules. It'll be great. It's easy. And the last and most important rule: do not scam. No scammers. Okay? eBay is not a place to scam. Are there scammers on eBay? Hell yeah! Are there a lot less on eBay now? Hell yeah! Please, guys. Everybody's trying to make a dollar in this economy. Do not scam. Do not try and hurt anybody. It's against the law. It's against eBay rules. You will be reported to Trust and Safety, and rightly so. Alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you in some way. I would like to have some comments from you guys below. Whether you agree, whether you disagree with any of the suggestions I've made, just make sure they're topical. And as you know, my eBay and PayPal videos will be Friday, but I will probably be out before that with another update about something else, which everybody seems to be waiting for. And always remember, I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thanks for watching. Go out there, sell some stuff on eBay, make some money. Goodbye.